Well, Frank called me and told me about what's going to happen. He said, now don't you tell Bob Lashley that I've called you. So when Bob Lashley called, the first thing he asked me was, you haven't talked to Frank in the last 5 minutes, have you? I said, yes. So he trapped me. I wasn't going to tell him. Oklahoma Christian's home to me because, well, I've been so closely associated with it since 1960. I feel honored to be in the first graduating class from Oklahoma Christian. All 19 of us. We celebrated our 50th year last year.
OC is home to me because we've never been without it. I mean, you know, it's always been a big, big part of our lives. I mean, we met there. We went to school there. We raised our children there. Our children were in and out of the barn, you know, with all they were on campus all the time. And then when they were old enough, they all came here. So I can't remember a time when really OC wasn't an integral part of our lives.
When Ray Vaughn was recruiting us from Arkansas Tech, we had never heard of Oklahoma Christian. He said, boys, the most important thing I want to tell you is that most young men find their wives at the college where they attend. And if you want to have a Christian family, this would be a good place to come.
The second semester of my sophomore year, I moved out on campus. And the very first Friday night, James came in at like 6:30 and asked me to go up to the Bronco Theater in Edmond.
Frank and I were both Trojans, but somebody asked us if we wanted to go on a hayride, and we did. And my boyfriend that I had been dating was out of town that weekend, so Frank said, hey, you want to go? And I said, sure. And we've been together ever since.
During Frank's senior year, he averaged almost 27 points a game, and that single season scoring average has stood for 50 years. It's still there now.
But never in my career
would have been a lot.
did I outscore James when he was playing on my team. He always outscored me.
I started in 1959, and James and Frank came in 1960. From all of those years until this next year, there's just 7 years during that whole period of time that nobody has either worked or been a student.
My understanding is that all of our children have promised to come to OC.
We don't pressure ours.
We do. Yeah. We say we don't, but we do.
We look back on our life and just how that couldn't have been anything but providence that this family was put together. We wanted our kids to have that same opportunity, and they each did. And then their kids have found spouses there as well.
We're really going to go on and on with our grandkids. Probably 20 more years we'll have grandkids this year.
You come at first not expecting really a whole lot, and then all of a sudden you realize after the years pass by, your whole life has been changed. Not just yours, but your children and their children. And so I see it as proof that Oklahoma Christian can affect lives and make a big difference in generation after generation.